Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more 1212 AD, and we have a glorious pitch battle for you today. A nice 3v3, as you can see some scooter toy spears here from the Empire of Nicaea, getting ready for battle, and they are joined today by the County of Toulouse, which are on their left flank here, and on their right we have the Ottoman Turks, so a very weird and unholy alliance forming here. So we have like the French nobles of Toulouse, joined by the Orthodox army of the Byzantine Empire, well, what formerly was the Byzantine Empire, and then we also have the Ottoman Empire over here, which is soon to succeed and take out the Byzantines themselves. So yeah, this is an interesting one, and today they'll be facing the English over here. We have in the center we have the Latin Empire, so we have like the Latin Empire going up against the Empire of Nicaea. So they've got their allies here to help them. We've got Burgundy helping them today as well. So they are facing another kind of like French faction. So that's kind of interesting. We have like two French factions facing each other. Then we have like the two rivals for the imperial throne, the Latin Empire and the Empire of Nicaea. And then we have England versus the Ottoman Empire, which is a strange one. I'll admit there's themes going on over here, and then over here it's just pure madness. But yeah, there you go. So yes, we're doing more 1212 AD today, as we have some crossbow cavalry going off in to some mounted crossbows. They're going on in here. That's a strange play here by the mounted crossbows, and they get caught out, and they're getting murdered by these gendarmes here from the County of Toulouse. And yeah, they definitely should not have been going in there. I think that might have been a misclick, but it has cost this mounted crossbow their lives. But yes, there you go. That is the first action of today's battle. But if you're enjoying seeing 1212 at the moment on the channel and you'd like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support. And yeah, this is a really close one sent in by a member of the Discord. And if you'd like to join the Discord to send in your own 1212 or take part in some 1212 action yourself, then the link is down below in the description, and it'd be great to have you guys there. Yeah, these mounted crossbows are trying to harass, I think, the gendarmes possibly, or maybe the levies in front of them. But these levies will do a lot of damage. There's a lot more of them. There's 130 to the 80 mounted crossbows, and you can see the gendarmes are protecting them quite nicely with their gold chevron. So very nice there. You can see that the Latins are not slowing down. They're going to go full speed ahead into these unfortunate Nicaeans. Both playing like tier 1. And we've got some nice volleys going off there. And they got some really good hits onto this cavalry here. Actually, some Dinosaur here getting some really nasty hits against it. Losing like 7 men in that one volley. And that's a risk of blobbing up there. But yeah, these mercenary Genoese crossbows just like rip to shred this Dinosaur. Very unlucky there. Looks like they're bringing forward their Genoese. Look at this. The Genoese fighting on each side they are. I mean, they're just the greatest mercenaries of their time, really. No honor. They'll fight for whoever, even themselves. Famous banner there. It's very much like the St. George's Cross. We've got some Anglo-Varangian charging forward here. Surprising that they're not going to counter-charge this with cavalry or shoot it with archers. Just going to allow the Anglo-Varangian to set up. And they're going to now charge the spears, though, as you can see, you have Hospitallers coming through from the Latin Empire, and they're going to try and counter this charge by the Anglo-Varangian. The dismounted Templars, in fact, not Hospitallers. But here we go, so the first combat is underway. And we have Hospitaller Knights in behind as well here. And they're getting countered now by Dinotoy. And yeah, both shock infantry are now losing. See, spears now getting involved. They're really wanting to envelop this cavalry that's now getting involved. But they need to be careful. They can't go too narrow, because then they could just get flanked by the Toulousians, or counter-flanked by Nicaea, which is possibly happening. There's a bit of a mess in here. Cavalry and infantry all mixed in. I love the Latin Empire's like early uniforms. They look really cool. Over on the other side, it looks like England and the Turks have got involved in some cavalry fighting here. Both sides losing this, actually. As long as the Scipii are losing, they have a chance. Actually, I don't know if this is Scipii. It's Tamarili Scipii. It's not the greatest. It's not the best Scipii available to them, but it's pretty good. And they've got shock infantry in here now to support this cavalry fight over on this side. Back on this side, looks like the king here. It's the king, it's the Count of Toulouse, I should say, really. Getting involved in a brawl over here with some Burgundian knights. Some Burgundian gendarmes. Gendarmes versus gendarmes here. More and more getting involved. And another cavalry charge in here by some gendarmes. Going and taking out these crossbows. So they're getting involved in a lot here. This is a bit of a mess for them. Archers and stuff getting involved. Let's just slow-mo for a moment. So, as you can see, we have the main fight. The first fight that took place is over here still. They have pikes in here, which I didn't realize. They have some, like, pike militia. And they're getting involved. Got Flanders now battling out. Not Flanders. I mean, they are from Flanders and most of the Latin Empire, but these are Latin Empire troops. Look at them. They look awesome. They really do. Glorious. And then we have another fight going on here. They have their general in here. I just realized this is a Hospitaller bodyguard. Going in for Anglo Varangioi. Supported by the pikes. They're going to do very, very well. They need to counter as pikes. They could shoot crossbows into the flank here. I think they are a little bit, but yeah, you can see they're starting to fire crossbows to the Genoese here into the flank of this pike. They probably would have just set up the spears and just kind of maybe protect the flank or the swords to do that. And then as you can see, England has been brawling it with the Turks, and it looks like the Turks are gonna probably win this fight here. General's under attack. Burgundy's general, I think, is now involved in the fight over here. Yep, he's helped mop up. It looks like they're trying to mop up this cavalry here, though. There is still a lot left. They're charging into shock infantry as well. Burgundian gendarmes in here. An absolute mess in there. It's just a clump of steel and horses. And we've got gunners here. Look at this. These handgunners from Burgundy just picking off sergeants as they charge towards them. Might not kill all this unit, but like gunners do a lot of damage to morale. They do like minus 13 morale and a lot of charge bonus, like negatives and stuff like that, which is kind of like to represent like you being knocked back by a shot. You might not die to it, but you get like knocked back. Really cool. They should send forward the pole arms. This sword here is losing, but then it is levy macement, so it's not great at all. Over here, the pikes are starting to waver, though. You can see they're getting shot to pieces by those archers, those crossbows. They're dying quickly. So these Anglo Varangioi may survive this fight. Looks like the Dynatoi, though, the general, to be precise, the Emperor's bodyguard, has actually got in behind, and he's causing some issues for these sword militia here, but they are dealing with him quite effectively, cutting him down. You see his men dropping left, right, and center, and Hospitallers in behind, trying to hold back this blob of spears here. They probably want to get out of combat and try and recharge this. Certainly get these sword militia involved here and get the cavalry out. What we got here? We got the mounted Atakari or something like that. Aratai or something like that. I don't know, but they're got a flank on here, and they could certainly be aggressive. Like they could go and take out infantry and maybe some archers as well. They are good enough to do it. Here we go. England's now going into the Ottomans. Sergeants versus Haramis. I think this can only go one way. The sergeants are tier 3 against tier 2 Haramis. An enemy general is dead. Okay. Yeah, I presumed this one was going to die further. The Emperor here has died in combat. So Nicaea has lost a general. His morale will start to dwindle. And now he's... yeah, that was a poor move. I mean, he did go after the general of the Latins, Hospitaller Knights there. Hospitaller Bodyguard, but it was not enough. It's a really small unit, Hospitaller Bodyguard, but it is really elite. You see over here, they're starting to turn this battle around Burgundy with their cavalry. But they need to be careful. Their general now is in the rear, and he could just get shot by crossbows pieces. It's very possible. Look at this mess of cavalry. You need to get some infantry in here. This will turn the tide one side or the other. And that's going to be Toulouse that's going to be putting in some infantry, some swords over here, some sergeants. And I mean, he's mopping up their shock infantry as well. So he might be able to mop this up and then support his cavalry. And if he can win this cavalry fight, he's got a good chance. Though his rest of his line, I can't say is doing so well. The spears over here, the sergeants have been beaten by the Pavy spears here of Burgundy. Just kind of a surprise. Spears aren't the greatest in pitch battle. The shock infantry here, helping beating these Pieton levies. And some sergeants. So the shock infantry is doing a really good job here. They sent their pole arms in. The halberdiers are now in. Look at them. They're just not even really fighting the levies in front of them. But there you go. The pikes over here starting to lose though. Pikes starting to lose. They're getting flanked slowly here by the sergeants of Toulouse. Anglo Varandro still struggling over here. Looks like the Latin Empire is in a really rough spot, even though Nicaea has lost his general. He seems to be in the better position. Over on this side, I haven't really been concentrating on this side a lot. Apologies, but England is routing the Ottomans like quite easily, and it's like just isolated units like this, like the Billman, and someone's been abandoned. Alright, so it looks like the sword militia are breaking. You see the Janissaries are going to go in for these spears here. In go the English. Fight the Turks. These are just basic spears of England, so I mean I doubt they're going to do great against these Janissary Billmen. But it doesn't matter because, well, it looks like the Turks have been beaten. They have gunners here, though. These gunners are being chased by yeomen of the guard. Look at that. Imagine being chased by a polearm unit. I love the yeomen of the guard uniform as well. Such a nice uniform. But they will start to lose these gunners, and they're getting beaten over here as well by swords. Well, actually, the swords are losing at the moment, but I'm sure that will turn. You can see the cavalry about to rear charge into the back of these Janissaries. This could be painful. There you go. I hate that. That was really dark. I do apologize. I hate Attila's like texturing and stuff like that. Just I wish they'd sort that out. But yeah, it looks like the Ottomans are basically gone. They're actually winning that fight there. How are they winning this fight? They're surrounded by spears. Not quite sure. They need some shock infantry or something in there. Over on this side, like I said, it looks like the Latin Empire was losing. He seems to be turning it around slightly. Burgundy looks like he might have lost his side against Toulouse. Certainly he seems to have lost his general. He's now getting rear charged over here as well. That's unfortunate. The shock infantry here doing such a good job against the spears. Now being rear charged by cavalry. Got some foot Custeliers here for Burgundy, one of his last few units. What are they fighting? It's not Chevaliers, well, they were fighting them. They're going to get rear charged though by some levy spears. Imagine just using one-handedly using your halberd and just stabbing into someone's neck like someone did just then. That was just bizarre. But it looks like the battle is going to be won by Burgundy and their allies. They've certainly turned this one around very nicely. You can see we've got England with basically nearly a full army going over to support his allies, who have well, yeah, the only one that was lost was Burgundy. Seems like, I mean, the Latin Empire nearly beat the Empire Nicaea. If they had lost their general, they might have been in a better spot. But yeah, Empire Nicaea was losing a lot of stuff. Got some Janissaries here still. So it seems like the Turks were supporting against the Nicaeans. These Janissaries don't know what to do. But like that, they are so vulnerable to archer fire as well. Cavalry here charging pole arms. That's a dangerous thing to do, but they are actually surviving this. The foot Fusilier is not able to survive this at all, apparently. Gendarmes going in. As this prolongs, so they'll start to win this. Yep, you can see winning decisively. Foot Fusiliers turn around. That's a poor move there by the by Toulouse. Got a nice little. Why don't they just flank this? Why didn't they just flank this? There was no need to attack. Again, the gendarmes charging the pikes. Not a good idea. I mean, they got countercharged as well by Hospitaller Knights. And I mean, yeah, the Toulouse army, realizing it's low on troops and has no hope of winning, is starting to break. I love this little formation here by the Pavis, and love this shield formation. Look at that. Not breaking through that anytime soon. They're going to get their archers up and they're going to point blank shoot these Cuisles, I imagine. It kind of looks like they are. I'm not really sure. That they might be shooting the Hospitales, to be honest, as well. Focus is still holding on somehow. They've just broken, which is a shame, but it doesn't really matter. They still have, well, this. Did they lose their general? I think they might have. Toulouse's general does look like it might have died. I don't know when it died. Seemed like he was in a pretty safe spot with his general. Arrows coming in. The Pavis scaring off the shock infantry. And now they have to deal with the sergeants. I mean, their allies are coming to their aid as well. You can see that there's some... what we've got here? Henry V himself's coming to join the battle. Didn't realize Henry V was on the battlefield. He's now going to help deal with these sergeants. And this will probably rout Toulouse. Yeah, didn't even get into combat. And they routed. I presume it's his cavalry and, yeah, the archers that are left. And that is it. But, yeah, it certainly was a fun one to watch. Wasn't necessarily the closest, but it was certainly an interesting one. It's always great to see more 12-12 action anyway. But there's certainly a few things that, like, I pointed out during the battle that you certainly shouldn't do, like cavalry charging into pole arms was one of them. And possibly also risking your general. I think Nicaea had no need to risk his general. There was probably gain from charging his general up there, but it was also a big risk, and it did not pay off. And there were certainly instances where cavalry was, like, holding in combat for a really long time, which you don't want to do. You want to get your cavalry charging in and then out again, because then it can do another charge and kill like another 30-40 men. Also, then it doesn't die. But there you go, a Pyrrhic victory for Burgundy and their allies. I didn't think it was a Pyrrhic, but maybe it was. But there you go. So yeah, this was sent in by the drunk Norwegian who was playing as Burgundy. And we'll quickly have a look at his army first. He got 355 kills with his dismounted chevaliers. Very well done there. His general getting 111 kills. His Pavis spears getting 109, which is impressive for them. His foot Cuisles 183. His archers getting 109. His handgunners 131. His cavalry 304. Like his Burgundian gendarmes anyway. His crossbows did very little damage. But yeah, so he did quite well, to be fair, even though he lost his entire army. So well done to him. Then we have Sultan Momen of Triple Empire, who was playing as the Latin Empire, who's facing his rival, the Empire of Nicaea. And his best troops by far and away were shock infantry. 295 kills for them. Very, very nice with his Hospitaller Knights. His sergeants was holding the line with 50 kills. His pike infantry getting 78 kills. His sword militia, for militia getting 127 is pretty good. His Genoese crossbows 130 kills. And his Hospitaller Knights 240 kills, so not too bad for them either. Then we have the Knight of Solomnia, who was playing as the Kingdom of England, who did very, very well against his opponent, who was the Ottoman Empire. And you have the English foot knights here getting the most kills for his enemy of his shock infantry, like his 192 kills here. Henry V only getting 62. That's shocking, Henry. I expect better. And then you have his Yeoman of the Guard getting 239 kills, and his not his sergeants, his other Yeoman of the Guard. Oh no, yeah, this is Yeoman of the Guard, sorry, getting 202. This is a Billman, sorry, this is a Billman unit getting 239. Then you have the sergeants here getting 121, and his cavalry getting 129 kills, so not too bad there. Then we have Ibn al-Ibis, who was playing as the Empire of Nicaea. His Anglo-Varanjo doing really well, 336 kills, 272, 161, really, really good. His general only getting 45 kills and dying when he probably was turning the battle around in his favour. His Scooter Toy only getting like a few kills. Definitely wouldn't have brought them. Probably would have just brought like later versions if he could afford them. And then his swords, yeah, also didn't do great. His Genoese crossbows did okay though, 154 kills. And his cavalry, nothing like amazing there, especially since his Dynatoid is really good. Then we have Mickey, who is playing the Ottoman Empire. 109 kills with his Janissary shock infantry. His Janissary Billman, 165. His Haramis, didn't get really any kills, got outmatched by the sergeants. His gunners, 238 kills though, they're very, very good. And his cavalry, 87 for his shock cavalry, but his horse archers, nothing really special. That's really unfortunate. And then we have Palooza 23, who's playing as Toulouse, who won his battle, was the only one of his allies, him and his allies who won their battle. 184 kills with his shock infantry. His general getting 144 kills before he died. His sergeants, 82, the best one. 87, in fact, was the best one. And his archers did very little. But his gendarmes also did very, very well. 270, 193. Did very, very well done. So, well done to all the players that took part. And thank you again to Drunk Norwegian for sending this one in. It was a really fun one to watch. If you want to join the Discord to get involved in some 12-12 battles, then the link is down below in the description. Please do feel free to join. And also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.